Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Fuego, and we're here to check out the brand new LA6176 from UAD. It is a channel strip, and right now we have it on the male lead vocal, and we're gonna check it out and see if it is worth the very high asking price of 300 bucks, or you can get it right now for 100 bucks, either 100 bucks or 49 bucks, 50 bucks, one of those. All right, so if you are not in the mood to shell out any cash right now, I may have a solution for you. I may have some that may work for you, but more on that in a second. So for now, let's check out let's check out the brand new plugin from UAD. And right in front of me right here, we're looking at the powered version of the plugin. So I know it's the powered version because it's got this UAD 2 badge right here on the side. And we're not going to be using that one. We're going to be using the native version, which I like to use. This one doesn't have the UAD 2. That's how you know. This one is the native. Vocal dry sounds like this. When I say dry, I'm talking about no 6176 magic.
But always wants the apology.
Right? And getting to know the plugin, we have a gain input, or going into the plugin, you can gain all the way up to 10, or you can you have -10 up to -10 step. So either have -10, -5, 0, you get it. And down here we have our different flavors of distortion. Line gives you the least distortion, gives you a little bit more, and it gets pretty aggressive at 500 right here. Over to the other side, we have the high Z, which is not available to us right now. I think when we use it in the Unison technology, in the Apollo, you get that. But right now, we don't have that. And also, when I turn this knob here, this flips up. This 15 dB pad flips up. All right. So I'm pretty sure that is to protect your ears, because a whole bunch of gain goes into the plugin when you do one of these behaviors. Right here at line, it's pretty safe. All right. So then again, you have this pad here. You can flip it in and out of phase, and you also have a 75 hertz high pass filter or low cut filter. Right here, it looks like this is an output knob. So this is your output volume over to this module. And right next to it, we have some selections for this high shelf. Right here, we have some frequency selections. We have a 7 kilohertz, a 10 kilohertz, and a 4.5 kilohertz. Right below that, we have the low shelf. We have 100 hertz, 70 hertz, and 200 hertz. And you have plus and minus 9 for those shelves, both of them. I really like that 10K shelf. So in the middle here, over to the side, you have up. If you have it up, you selected 7. If you have it down, you're selected. You get it. You understand how this goes. Over in the middle here, you have on and off switch. You can bypass the EQ section. Turn off the plugin. Either hitting the LED, or you can, hit that thing right there. That switch. And you can also bypass and unbypass dynamic section. Dynamic section, so this first one right here is the 1176. You've seen in 1176 before. So if you haven't, 1176 are kind of weird. Very fast attack, very fast release. And their fastest is to the right. Their slowest is to the left. And so is the same thing for the attack. Slowest attack is to the left. Fastest attack is to the right. Same for this for the release. They also have an all and push ratio button, so you can push all the ratio buttons in on the original box. You also have that functionality here as well. You know, there's a there's a mix knob right here for you as well if you need it. And this thing right here, if you flip it, everything over here stays the same, but everything on this side is simplified. And that's because you go from having an 1176 to an LA2A. So you have your peak reduction right here, and then you have your gain right here. What does it sound like? Awesome question. I'm glad you asked. All right, so I have a little bit of something dialed in. So here's what I think sounds good on this vocal.
But always wants the apology.
And without it.
But always wants the apology.
And with just the LA2A and everything else. Probably should turn it on.
But always wants the apology.
I really like the LA2A over the 1176, which was a little bit of a bummer for me when I realized I couldn't use both of them at the same time. More on that in a second. So what does those two options sounds like? Those two mic thing distortions. So glad you asked.
But always wants the apology.
That's the more aggressive, a little less aggressive.
But always wants the apology.
In the line.
But always wants the apology.
Yeah, there's not much to this plugin. I'm sure you if you've been with UAD for a while, you've had this 610B. It's the same one, I believe. And if you've been around mixers or looking at these videos for any amount of time, you may be familiar with an 1176. If not, let me know. I'll do a video just for you so we can get you familiar with an 1176. So this one is no different. You know, you get all the controls, all the familiar knobs that you would have gotten with 1176. Same thing on this side, you know. LA2A nonetheless. Usually you get a few more bells and whistles, but this will do. This will do. You get your peak reduction, you get your gain, and you can always flip it between compression and limiting. And right here, you can make this VU meter behave how you like. You can have it show you, you know, gain reduction or input values or output, you know, numbers or whatever, right? Like I said, I was pretty bummed out when I find out they didn't have, I couldn't use both compressors simultaneously. So what I did is call up my good friend, Studio Rack. And right here is the powered version of the 610B. And now I can get this super forward sound with this option.
But always wants the apology.
Oh, I love that. It sounds beautiful. All right. There's nothing much to it. If you need this preset, you let me know, and I'll make it available to you. As for now, I think what Universal Audio is trying to do is they're bringing over to this native platform a lot of their iconic, really good plugins to this native platform. And I think what they wanted to do with this 610B coming over to native is they wanted to maybe add a little bit extra, a little something extra to the side. Because literally that's what they did. They add the compressors right there to the side. Hopefully that was a good joke. All right, with all that said, thank you so very much for watching. I've been Fuego, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.